Good morning, Fellowship Hi-Crest fam. This is your Jumpstart for Monday, July 3rd. And our focal passage for today is found in Judges 16, verses 4 through 21. But I'm only going to need to read verse 18 this morning. In verses 4 through 21, it tells of the story. If you hadn't read it, I encourage you to go read it. But it tells of the story of Samson and Delilah. It tells when he meets her. It tells about just their relationship and the continuous tempting. But there's a line that this time through stuck out for me. It's verse 18. It says, when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called the Lord of the Philistines, saying, come up again, for he has told me all his heart. Then the Lord of the Philistines came up to her and brought the money in their hands. The thing that stuck out to me about this passage was what my mom used to call. She used to sometimes call me, and I wouldn't hear or whatever, and she would come into the room. She would be really angry, and she's like, I've been calling you, I've been telling you to do this, you didn't hear me. And I was like, I'm like, why didn't you come? I was like, Mom, I didn't hear you. She's like, it seems like sometimes you have selective hearing. And in the case with Delilah, it seems like Samson had selective blindness. And because he had selective blindness, and this is what caused it, is that Samson stayed in a situation that he thought he could manage. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I have made throughout the years in so many different situations. Is I knew the situation was dangerous. I knew it wasn't the best for me, but I was blind, selectively chosen to all the dangers that existed because I thought I was stronger than the temptation of what was in that thing. And so, whether it was not taking certain TV channels off my TV, whether it was not taking certain things on my off my phone, or having the right accountability, or thinking I was going to do Netflix and chill with a girl that I was dating, I would continually put myself in it because I thought foolhardily that I was stronger than that thing. And so I continued to put myself into it while being selectively blind to the dangers that existed in that moment. And the sad part about it is what happened to Samson often happens to us. If you read on down to the end of our passage in verse 21, you see that Samson's selective blindness becomes true blindness. Far too often, it's not until we have been overcome by what we thought we had defeated, and we face the consequences of what we've chosen. Not because we've selected the consequences, but because we failed to remove ourselves from the situation that would lead us into the consequences. Do we look back and say, man, I've been a fool all this time? Sometimes we fail to see grace for what it is. Sometimes we mistake willpower and grace. And that leads to selective blindness, to the harm that the situations we're putting ourselves in can cause us. So my word to you this morning is, look around your life. Where are you practicing selective blindness? Where have you confused willpower and God's grace? What's the situation that if you don't remove yourself out of it, could take situational blindness and turn it into real blindness? Continue to power up, pour in, and spill out. Have a great morning.